I think I might have a recipe for you. My name's Rebecca Welch, and I work for the Texas AgriLife Extension Service. And today we're going to be making a very vegetable curry. So, the first thing we're going to do is take a tablespoon of olive oil. You're going to put it in the bottom of a deep pot. You're going to use a deep pot just because the dish we're having is going to add a lot of elements to it. And we want to be able to have room to move around and to get all of our vegetables incorporated. Like I said, it's a very vegetable curry, and you'll see. The first ingredient we're going to add is 1 medium onion chopped. You're going to add that to the olive oil, and then kind of stir it up to combine. You're going to want to get the onions cooked until they're about translucent. So it could be different depending on the heat of your skillet. I'm keeping it at about medium right now. Okay. So you might be wondering, what is a curry, or what is curry? What it really is, it just has to do with the spice involved. So we're going to add some curry powder later. But curry is also used to talk about just a dish that's been cooked with a sauce and with spices. It's an Indian term. And so you might go to an Indian restaurant and there might be lots of different kinds of curry. There's lots of ways to prepare it, but just one term kind of incorporates all of it. So we've added our onions, those are cooking. Next we're going to add 1 head of broccoli. I've chopped this up pretty fine. If you want to, you can pre-steam the broccoli. It's not necessary because it's gonna get cooked pretty well. But if you want to, if you like your broccoli maybe a little softer, you might want to do that. So, curry powder, if you buy it in the store, it's going to be this orangey yellowish color. And what it is, it's not just one spice, but it's actually a combination of lots of different spices. When Indian food started becoming more popular in other parts of the world, like in America and other places, they used the term curry to talk about the combination of spices like turmeric, cumin, coriander, ginger, just those spices that you smell, and it just makes you think immediately of maybe Indian food. So, I grabbed the spice, now I'm going to add it to the broccoli and the onions, and immediately you'll start smelling it. It's really, really fragrant. And so the earlier you get the curry incorporated into the dish, the more it will seep into all the good vegetables you have. And so right now we have, broccoli in here, but if broccoli isn't something you enjoy, feel free to swap it with another vegetable. I would stick with something green just because it's good for you, but you could do zucchini, you could do squash, maybe even sweet potatoes would be good. Just try something different. It's hard to go wrong. Okay, so those are cooked down pretty good. The next thing we're going to add are 2 cans of diced tomatoes with the juice. I bought the no salt added variety at the store. It was easy to find. And that's just going to save us from some sodium that usually comes along with canned vegetables. So you're just going to put those in whole. And just mix it all together. So it's going to start getting thick, and you're going to have all these good vegetables in there. After the tomatoes are incorporated, we're going to add some coconut milk. So you might be unfamiliar with buying or cooking with coconut milk, but you'll find it, it comes in a can, and you'll usually find it in the Asian section. And there's usually 2 options. You can get the regular coconut milk or the light. I would go with light. It tends to be about 1/3 of the calories and 1/3 of the fat. So you get all the good flavor of the coconut without having to indulge too much. Okay. And next you might say, you haven't added any meat yet. Well, I'm not going to add meat. I'm going to add chickpeas. So these are canned, 1 can of drained and rinsed chickpeas. You might hear them called garbanzo beans or something similar. They're high in fiber, high in protein, and magnesium. So we're just going to go ahead and mix those in and incorporate them with our dish. Chickpeas are a great staple for your diet, especially if you're trying to explore eating less meat or some meat-free options. You might be familiar with hummus, which uses chickpeas as a base, or falafel, which is just a patty made of chickpeas and other ingredients. Lots of Middle Eastern diets and Asian diets too are heavy with chickpeas because they're affordable, an affordable form of protein. Well, the last ingredient we're going to add to this curry is spinach. What I have today are 6 ounces of baby spinach. This is just a bag I picked up at the store. So you might say this is a lot of spinach, but you're going to be surprised at how much it actually cooks down within our dish. One of the reasons I got a big tall pot was because I knew that this spinach was going to puff up at the top. So what you're going to do, you're going to pour it all in, and then just try to mix it around a little bit. It's going to be hard at first, but once it cooks down, you'll be surprised at how much you thought you had as compared to how much you actually see within the dish. So kind of get it covered, get it incorporated, and then what you can do is just put the lid on your curry and let it steam. And so steam from the juices and the other thing will come up and try to kind of cook the spinach down. So while that continues to cook, I'm going to show you what we can do to make this a complete meal. Right here in the bowl, I have ½ a cup of brown rice. So brown rice is always the rice you want to go for if you can. It's a whole grain, which automatically gets you more fiber in your diet, which we all need more of. That's just going to be on the bottom. We're going to layer the curry on top of that in a minute. I also added some grapes, about ½ a cup to a cup of grapes for a fruit serving. Okay, looks like it's ready to go. So what we're going to do, this curry makes about 6 servings. Each serving is about $1.45 and 200 calories. Serving is probably 1.5 cups to 2 cups. You want to get some of the juice and some of the vegetables at the same time. So there you have it, a very vegetable curry for your family's dinner tonight. So next time you're wondering what's for dinner tonight, I hope you'll check us out at Texas AgriLife Extension Service. Also, don't forget to check out our Facebook page for other recipes and tips for your family's dinner tonight. Thank you.